Good morning. What day is it? It's Tuesday. Oh, hi, Erin. Whew. How you doing this morning? I'm tired. I'm so tired. Hi, Angie. Hi, Adita. Let me clean these off a little bit. Ooh, tell you what. Ooh, journal prompts. Yay! Hi, Margaret. Hey, Nancy. I'm so glad you're able to join today, Nancy. Well, good. I'm glad you're interested in this topic. As I was typing it in, I was like, I wonder if that makes any sense and is expressing what I'm trying to express. But as per usual, I will ramble for a while and then probably pull a card that says what I was meaning to say in a very beautiful way. You're going to have to tell me about those journal prompts, Erin. I feel like I need journal prompts. Okay. So, before I get rolling in the thing, Restoration members, I sent out a text message to your phones. Please respond as soon as you can, and I'm going to make a decision around 3 p.m. today, so I'll give you some time um, to decide whether or not you want your new moon call today at 6 p.m. or tomorrow at 4 p.m. Regardless, you're going to get them emailed to you, but just giving you some options for your call because, like I've been saying to you guys, linear time has completely escaped me. And I think the fact that I didn't have kids for several days has also, like, kind of amplified my inability to know time. So I've been doing that thing where I don't know what time it is. So you have two options, today at 6 or tomorrow at 4. So you let me know by 3, and I will count everybody's responses and divvy them up, and then we'll see what we're doing. Okay. Yay, Sarah. I truly need somebody to help me with this stuff. Okay, so this morning we are talking about spiritual hierarchy. This is a topic that has been coming up a lot in intuition mentorship, so I thought we should chat about it here. Good morning, Crystal. Because it is a huge perspective shifter and possibly one that we don't think about enough. Um, think about everything you've learned, purposely and not purposely, throughout your life about the unseen world, right? Growing up, I watched a lot of horror movies. And so I have that in my data bank. I know we've been told all kinds of things. We all have our own belief systems around the spiritual world, and most specifically around the things we cannot see. Right? There's this idea that if we cannot physically see something, it must be more powerful than us, or it must be dangerous, or whatever it is that you fill in the blank with. And we talk about this a lot because when you believe that something outside of yourself has more power than you, that opens you up to a lot of terrifying experiences, right? And also a feeling of helplessness. So, for example, if you believe that when a person dies and their spirit, their soul, or whatever you want to call it, is earthbound and is here and manipulating objects in your house or, causing your dog to bark in the hallway, that's terrifying, right? And we think, oh my God, they can move this cup. This must be more powerful than me. Taking it a step further, we contact our loved ones in spirit, right? Or we speak to different earthbound spirits. And we believe, because we can't see them and they don't have bodies anymore, that whatever they have to say has an added wisdom and truth to it because we can't see them. This is really a dangerous thought form to have. And I invite you to join me in shifting this perspective. When an earthbound spirit is connecting with a human in a body, that earthbound spirit is not more powerful than the person who has a body. It's just not a thing. We came here to be human people in human bodies. We are the ones who are here in flesh form. So we're the ones in control of this domain. We have to remind ourselves of that, especially as we get to learn more and more and more about the spiritual world. There's definitely a feeling, and I've been working on this myself a lot, especially when I first started waking up and having all of these experiences, that because I can't see something, it's bigger than me and knows more than me. And it's so deeply ingrained inside of us that it's difficult to pop out of it. But pull back for a second and consider, right? You are the human. They are the spirit. A lot of the times when people contact a lingering spirit that's here earthbound, the reason that that spirit is earthbound is because they're so fucked up from being human that they can't seem to get out of here. And a lot of it has to do with really limiting thought forms that they believed as a person, such as they don't deserve to go to heaven, or they should go to hell, or, it just depends on what it is. Whatever we believe, we create that, right? So, and also traumatic death can do that as well. So you have this energy that's lingering around that doesn't have a body and that's seeking something, okay? And then you have all of these bright light intuitives popping up all over the place with their flashing neon light saying, I can see dead people. What do you think is going to happen? These earthbound spirits are attracted to that light. And if you don't have any energetic protections around you, nor do you think that you are more powerful than them, then they're using your energy to interact. And it may or may not be fun for you. So understand that when we talk about energetic protection and boundaries, it's for so many different reasons. And one of the reasons is regular human people can suck your energy, and so can earthbound spirit things suck your energy because they require energy to be seen, to be heard, to be doing anything, okay? Because they no longer have their own bodies to collect energy in. So remembering where you are on this spiritual hierarchy will completely shift everything. I have spoken to people who did not think that they had the authority to tell spirit things to leave them alone. And that's a huge problem because just like in any relationship, if you don't believe that you have the power to say, hey, don't do this to me, this is my boundary, you're going to get walked all over. It's the same thing. Just because you can't see something doesn't mean that it is more powerful than you. It just means they don't have a body and you can't physically see them the way that we see each other. Okay? So really want to stress that to you as you start moving through this journey because the energies are really picking up. And a lot of you guys are noticing energetic influences in ways that you haven't before. So many people are able to see energetic signatures and contact with other like spiritual beings and creatures. And so it's a lot of things coming through. But there is a difference between connecting with higher self, between connecting with angelic realms, between connecting with your spirit guides, and connecting with earthbound riffraff. Do you see the way my arms are going? Earthbound riffraff, angels and spirit guides, earthbound riffraff. These are decisions we have to make and channels we have to be clear about. So when you're tapping in, right, and that's why we always are careful when we're meditating that we tap in, we clear our channels, we're connecting with who we want to connect with, because down here it's super easy to connect with the lower vibration. Because if you can see things being manipulated like that, that means that entity or spirit being is of a pretty low vibration, because as human creatures, our vibration is very low. That's why we can see and touch, right? Everything vibrates at a different level. When you are connecting with your higher self, when you're connecting with your angel team, when you're connecting with your spirit guides, you're connecting up. And we're very specific about that. Connecting in love, we're connecting in the highest vibration and for the highest and best good. When we're connecting down here, this is different. It is not the same. And that's not to say that you can't have an amazing connection and receive messages from a loved one that has passed. That's not what I'm saying at all. But you just have to put these things where they belong and understand where you are in the mix of all of this, which is at the top. So pull your shoulders down, stand up straight, and say, I'm at the top. I am in control of my experience on this earth, and I am at the top. All of these messages coming through in the media and from stories and all of those things, these things infiltrate our subconscious and we create idea forms from them. And then we filter our thoughts through them. What this does is, again, another way of taking away our own power and giving it to something else. And we're in the business now of pulling all of our power back in. So if this is something that you've felt, if you felt fear about the different energies around you, about connecting with things and not sure if you're connecting with your guides or if this is something like unsavory, all of those things. These are things you can definitely tap into for yourself and we can explore. But the most important thing to know is that, of course, you are safe because you are in charge of everything. And that is what we have to remind ourselves every single day. I'm at the top of this food chain because I'm the person in the human body. I came here, I've got the body, so I'm in charge. Does that make sense, guys? Because I feel like I'm like, ooh, this morning, but it feels important because as we continue moving through this transition phase, we are going to be hit with a lot more energies. And it's just so important to understand where we're at and to reclaim our sovereignty. This is sovereignty in our human relationships, and it's sovereignty in our spiritual relationships. We're here to do amazing things, and we're here to be humans. I hear a lot of people talking about, well, I can't wait to get out of here and to get into spirit form, or the highest level of this is to transition into my light body and all of this stuff. And that is what it is. If that's what you believe, then I'm not going to argue it with you. But my perspective on this is that that's not true, because why would that be a thing? We came from light source. If we were trying to get back there, why would we come down here? This is a playground. This is a planet full of instant manifestation and so many amazing pleasures to enjoy, so many creatures to meet, so many textures to feel and tastes to have, and different worlds to create within worlds. It's a playground. And we came here to experience it, to learn some really human lessons that we can't learn other places. If the ultimate goal was to get up back to spirit source, we wouldn't have come back down. That's where we came from. So remember that you're here because you wanted to come here and you're doing stuff. And the more that you realize you are completely in control of your experience here, the more fun you can start having. And the more fun you start having, the better everybody is going to have a good time as well. You're giving people permission to have fun. And that is the big thing. Yes, sometimes shit's heavy. Sometimes things are overwhelming. Totally, totally, totally. But things are also fun sometimes, and we should be enjoying our life on this planet. And we should be taking care of the planet and tapping back into that and raising the vibration. That's what we're here to do. So be here now. Understand your sovereignty. Understand your power. Understand the honor it is to be here together doing this work. And understand that there's so much joy here for you to experience as well. And just like we talk about, moon and sun, right? Light and dark. The universe does not differentiate. Right and wrong, good and bad, those are dualities that we created because we do things like that. We're the ones who created linear time too. We're like, we need to measure every single thing and we need to quantify this. Is it good or is it bad? The universe does not speak in those terms. So there's just what this is and there's what that is. There's this experience and then there's a flip side of that experience. So we try all the things, right? And we try to find our balance. And we don't have to say one thing is bad and one thing is good. It's what are you going to do and what aren't you going to do? And we're all in control of that more so than we've been realizing. It's like we're all waking up to this like super special secret that we are actually in charge. So I want to leave you with that today because I think it's really important as we are moving into another new moon, and this is a new moon in Leo, that we start to put that kind of energy into our intentions that we seed. Okay? Because that is creator energy, and it is going to amplify your moon work in ways that are going to blow your mind. Because when you start to be in your own sovereignty, when you start to understand how powerful you are and how much you can be in charge of creating, that's when you start creating serious shit, right? We're not just saying, like, man, I'm going to manifest, I hope that I get this job. That's small potatoes. You can get the job. What's bigger? What's more amazingly fun? Shoot for something much more outrageous, right? Let's be creative. And when you feel that you have that creative license in your own life, that you can every month start like planting the seeds of something amazing and new adventure to experience, it totally shifts the energy of your experience here because you realize again, you're in control of this. So think about that as we move into this new moon energy. Feel into your Leo energy again, right? It's like, whew, I'm here. I got this. I'm going to have some fun, right? Feel into that. And when you do your new moon seeding, either tonight or tomorrow, and some of you are like, is it tonight or tomorrow? We'll know soon. Remember your sovereignty. Remember your magic. Remember your power. And remember there's nobody here to actually tell you that what you're asking for is ridiculous except for yourself. You're the one who does that. You're the one who puts limits on yourself and says that you can't have this because of X, Y, Z. No one else is really actually doing that unless you're allowing them to do that, unless you have brought in people into your life that just fuck up all of your plans. And that's a thing we do too. But you can pull out of that. It's okay. You can totally do that. And every month we have an opportunity to seed our new moon intentions, and that is a gift that we need to be tapping into. So feel into that. Know where you're at in the spiritual hierarchy, which is at the top. And if you need to affirm that to yourself every day, do it. I'm at the top. I'm in charge of this. I'm at the top, and I'm in charge of this. And you are the one who sets your boundaries, your limitations, and you are the one who says this is too big or too small. Okay? So I'm going to leave you with that. Energy is super weird right now, so if you're feeling that, I'm feeling it too, and it is incredibly bizarre. And I'm just taking deep breaths, doing lots of smudging, and trying to drink more water. And I think that is the best I've got for right now, because sometimes you just have to be uncomfortable or as our energy is shifting. But I'm sending you guys lots of love, and I'll see some of you on the new moon call either tonight or tomorrow. And I will send out a confirmation of that at 3 p.m. And if you have any questions, please send me a message. I hope this was helpful. I love you guys.